we're getting going here. Just needed a second to set everything up. Oh, a little delay from my other phone. Mute that. Gosh, I hate doing this stuff on the fly. Okay. I think we're about ready. Let's just switch the scene here. And boom. Alright, Bacon Air. I did see your message. I was just trying to set everything up. Okay. Well, looks like I already know which storm I'm going to be looking at first. Here, this was one that's towards Hooper that looks insane. Already has that huge hook on it. This probably is producing a big tornado right now. Man, I have missed so much today because of work. So frustrating. I wonder which storm these two are going to be going towards next. Is it going to be this one towards Clarkston, or are they going to start to go to this one that's over towards Hooper and Scribner? Alright, so 3 people watching currently. See if we can get out to more people as I'm covering this. I'm going to actually switch over to velocity real quick because I'm already wanting to nerd out over this. Man, it's crazy how these storms have gone today so far. Ooh, that's some pretty impressive couplets that I'm seeing here just from a distance, not even zoomed in. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. That couplet looks like it's only going to intensify a little bit. Let's hope this stays off to the west of Hooper, because that could be a big time problem. Let's go ahead and go gate to gate. I mean, we're already here. Already some pretty strong winds to the surface here, so I'm pretty sure there's a tornado down with this, actually. In fact, I'm pretty sure this already has the observed tag on it as well. Just about 90 miles per hour gate to gate here. Outflow might be winning that battle just a little bit, though. Still could be a pretty strong tornado in there, though. So that's the first of many couplets that we could be seeing over here right now. Anyone that's just tuning in, I know I am late as all can be, but I'm here. So we are covering a tornado outbreak or ongoing tornado outbreak over towards Nebraska right now. Things are going absolutely nuts at the moment. We have multiple tornado warnings that are confirmed down or observed tornadoes by storm chasers, radar, etc. So make sure you are sharing this video. Make sure you're getting this out to the public, because there are a lot of people that still could be impacted by these storms here. And this could persist as we head into the evening here. We've even had wedge tornadoes, twin tornadoes, and a whole lot more. And we aren't finished just yet. So let's make sure we are hitting that like button. If you are new and you're liking what we're seeing so far, hit that subscribe button too. Or smash that subscribe button. Trying to see what these storm chasers are going to do. Maybe I can look at one of the feeds here in just a minute. I'm going to guess that maybe these guys are going to jump on this storm over here towards Scribner since it had a better hook on it. Let's go back to reflectivity with this one. All right. I'm going to, speaking of sharing, I'm going to go ahead and share the stream myself. Hook still looks pretty good on that one. Not as good of a hook on this one, but there's probably an embedded rain wrap tornado on this one. Yeah, I think Brandon Kopic here is trying to jump ahead and get in front of this storm here that has a good hook on it. Because as this is moving off to a slight northeasterly component, it should tighten up a little bit from the looks of it here. Given the dynamics that we already have in play in here, especially the kinematics. Just give me a second here. Hey, Suarez Nation, how are you doing? Oh, where are you located? Where are you located? Be careful. If it is close to you, be careful for sure. Just stay on this stream though. I'll be watching these extremely close tonight. All right. You're crossing M6. Where? Where is that? I'm not quite sure I'm understanding. I'm sorry. Looks like Vince is going on this storm over here. I don't know if this storm's occluded or if it has an embedded tornado. Let's hope he's being careful with this one. Because these storms have been dropping some pretty big tornadoes. And that one looks like it could be getting rain wrapped here. First chaser feed of the day. Let's see what we get out of this. May want to try and go full screen here, possibly knowing how my CPU tends to be. So far, it looks like he's heading probably into a hail core here, most likely. Hey, Max, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. Let's go full screen, see what he's got. Just got home from work. I'm sweaty. Got a little bit of dirt on me, but I'm here streaming. Said I was going to do it, so I'm here, man. Can't complain, though. I'm home and able to do this, so at the end of the day, can't ask for much more. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to be able to really get on here. Oh, looks like Vince is now following Brandon, of course. Those two are just about inseparable. Wherever Brandon goes, usually Vince is right behind him or vice versa. But it seems like this storm is going to be the point of interest. Vince is in Nebraska right now. passing West Point. This would be just to the south and east of Pilger and Stanton right here. This is a storm that they were previously chasing. Looks like they've hopped off of that one. They're going towards this storm. Yeah, there's supposed to be some big-time hail all over the place, pretty much from Nebraska, even through Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas tonight. So a lot of stuff going on here. Going to be a lot of stuff going on tonight. We will be here for a little bit, and we'll go ahead and try to cover what we can. Mainly with the tornadoes being the biggest threat right now, we're going to be mainly focusing over here towards Nebraska and parts of Iowa. But yeah, baseball-sized hail is definitely in the equation. I could even say that maybe some softball-sized hail could even be possible here, especially towards Texas. You're waiting for the storms in central Texas. We'll probably be shifting over those a little later tonight if the stream just keeps up. The stream keeps going. Be sure to hit this like button, guys. We need you to hit that like button. Also, make sure you are obliterating that subscribe and that share button. We want to get this info out to as many people as we can today because there's a lot of storms over here. At one point, there was up to at least 10 tornado warnings right before I got on here. I'm glad I'm able to see something, though, still. Also have this storm over here that's towards Auburn, Nebraska. And we'll have to watch and see what this one does. This does look like it's super cellular in nature, has a history of producing tornadoes and some baseball-sized hail with this one already as well. So, like I said, a lot going on here. Looks like Brad Arnold is on the way to chase this storm. Maybe we can get a look at his feed as well. Looks like he's a little bit out of position right now, but that could change. We could see more storms fire and fill in this gap here before maybe becoming a linear threat. If Brad's feed will pop up, we can take it full screen for a second here. But it looks like we're having some problems with him at the moment. Yep, we're doing the little loop around. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's definitely driving towards that storm, so he's not seeing anything just yet. We're not going to particularly worry about his stream at the moment. Down the line, though, we could probably see something from him. This is tagged for baseball-sized hail, by the way. Oh, thank you, Suarez. Appreciate it. Every little bit helps right now. Yeah, definitely get that bell on too. That's something I always tend to forget is the whole bell deal. This storm looks like it's also radar indicated right now, which is good news. Yeah. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hit that bell on. Get that flipping bell on. Stole one from one of the How Ridiculous guys. I wonder if anyone's heard of that channel. How Ridiculous. It's actually pretty amusing to watch. Even though I think they mainly gear that more towards kids, for some reason it's really satisfying to watch them destroy stuff. I'll share it in the Discord chat someday. Yeah, there's too many warnings to keep up with. It's going to be nuts. There's like 13 severe thunderstorm warnings, and there's 7 tornado warnings, so that amounts up to 20 total. I'm only going to try my best to keep up with what I can here. Most of anyone that's probably going to be watching today is going to be more interested in the chaser feeds. Everyone's going to be up here. If I had more chasers to look at, probably see if I could look more in Texas too, but I don't have a great setup just yet. Still a work in progress. Really want to stream tomorrow too, but I have obligations. I'm gonna be probably tied up I'm gonna be tied up all tomorrow. It's a family type. It's a family business type deal. So we're just gonna have to deal with it as best as I can. Oh, this is a PDS tornado warning right here. That's the one that Vince and Brandon are heading towards. It's moving at 20 miles an hour. Okay, let's get really serious here. We're going to go ahead and shift over to our locator here, see what towns might be in the path here. So this is moving at about 20 miles an hour. I'm trying to make sure I have the direction right. It looks like it's got a slight north to northeast component. 100 yards wide? Maybe. But this definitely looks like it has a pretty good signature on it just based off looking at reflectivity. But tornado's width really doesn't have much to do with its strength. You can have a little drill bit tornado and it could be packing EF4 plus winds. So it's interesting how all of that works. Sometimes with a smaller shape, those winds actually can be stronger, especially when you have the multi-vortex type deal. Those little, oh my goodness. That is a very strong velocity couplet right there. Let's go ahead and look at this on gate to gate. It's not super tight, but this is intensifying very rapidly from the looks of it. Because just a little earlier, it wasn't looking like this. It's very broad, but we're seeing almost 100 mile per hour going towards and away from the radar. If those two get closer, this could become a huge problem. The overall gate to gate, the final gate to gate isn't much, thankfully. We're about at 80 right now, but if these two bright spots come together, that's going to be a very strong, most likely a violent tornado. This is what you would call a tornado vortex signature, TVS. Probably need to make that into a chat command so that way anyone that's wondering what some of these acronyms are doesn't get too confused. So we're just waiting to see what Vince and Brandon do with this. They're probably going to have to drive a little bit further off to the east a bit and then kind of drop south to get ahead of it. Don't touch what? I'm not leaving this storm. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. Uh-oh. We're starting to get closer. Those 2 points are starting to get closer together. Big problem, right? That is a big problem. Over 100 mile per hour gate to gate on this now. Well, 100 mile per hour plus gate to gate. This could be a very violent tornado possibly. Within the next little bit. It's definitely looked like it's heading into that direction. Could be potentially 2 points of rotation or maybe even a satellite tornado possible with this too. This is an intense, crazy storm. Let's go ahead and take a look at the CC. Yep, that is 100% on the ground. That is 100% on the ground. You can clearly see a CC drop right here. Oh, you're good, man. Do what you got to do. Just thanks for jumping in for the meantime, but we aren't going anywhere. We'll be back. If you come back on, we'll still be here. Well, that's exactly what I was doing a little earlier, so I can relate. Appreciate you, man. Dang. Still waiting on my other admin to arrive. Let's go and put this in a loop and see how long this has been going for. This could be a long track tornado too. These storms have also been very cyclic in nature as well, so they've been able to recycle pretty quickly here. This has been a long, this looks like at the very least it's been a long-lived tornado, for sure. Some pretty intense debris with this, pretty intense CC circulation with this. I am going to screenshot this actually. Also, we have a Discord server on here, and anyone that might be on, you're more than welcome to join. We talk about weather on there. We look at potential events earlier down the line here. You also have a way to get updates on my videos as well, and you also get to see a little bit more of a personable side to me too, just in case you might be interested in that. Where exactly are you located, Suarez, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in Nebraska? I'm just trying to figure out where my admin are right now. There's no need to be scared, though, by the way. Just make sure that you're prepared. Make sure you're ready to go to your safe spot if you happen to be in the path of one of these storms. Hopefully this one isn't heading towards you, even if it is. Just keep me on your phone and you'll be fine. You're good, Max. Do what you have to do. I'm just trying to figure out where the rest of the guys are. I mean, they were still telling me to go live, even though I was really late to the party here, so to speak. Oh, you are going to stay a little while longer? I appreciate it, man. You don't have to do that, though. I mean, if you want to, sure, but you aren't, I'm not going to force you. I'm not forcing you to. I just want you to know that. I'm not trying to make you do anything, really. I'm just thankful that you're even watching, really. Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Especially Wyatt. Wyatt was especially insistent that I still went live because I was questioning it for a minute. I hate getting onto these types of storm systems. Yeah. Oh, you are in Nebraska right now? Oh my gosh. Are you in the path of this storm? Suarez, are you in the path of this storm? And if you are you in your safe spot? That's the main thing I want to know. If you are in the path of one of these storms, are you in your safe spot? That's what if there's anything I want you to do, that's what I want you to do first. Get in your safe spot. Uh-oh. Are you worried that it'll turn right? Yeah, it's okay. So I'm guessing let me switch back to reflectivity, see where the hook is. So it looks like you're watching. You're east of where the storm is right now. So, all right, if you're worried about it turning right, definitely the first thing that I would want to see you do is get to your safe spot. So I'm going to guess you're somewhere around here. Uh-oh, Brandon's getting close to the storm. We might get a look at this in just a minute here. We could be seeing a big tornado on stream here in just a minute. Might have to take this full screen. But Suarez, if you are worried about this thing turning right and hitting you, then get into your safe spot. That's probably going to be the first thing that will make you more comfortable. Second thing to do is just, if you have us on the phone, then keep us there. so that way you can keep listening to us on the safe spot. Yeah, this is Brandon right here. He's getting pretty close. You can see something off to the right here. I'm going to guess this is probably going to be the mesocyclone. Yeah. Just, I understand you're nervous and you have a right to be, but you just need to be ready for the weather to change. And hopefully this will avoid you. And it shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. Even if it is, at least you'll be in your safe spot and you'll be equipped to handle the storm accordingly. Dang, we couldn't keep his feet up. This is right where I would expect the tornado to be, right here. Let's go ahead and look at this on the last few scans here. We'll see if it might be turning right. I don't think it is. Okay. I mean, that's something. Do you have any pillows, any helmets, shoes? Definitely would recommend putting on your shoes just in case something does happen. I don't see this immediately turning right. No, make sure that they have their we need to make sure that they have their shoes on. Make sure that they have if they have the helmet or some pillows to cover their head with, definitely would recommend that. Because in that situation that only can do good. If you have a mattress, if it gets close to you, then definitely would do that. One good thing about this storm is that it's moving at 20 miles an hour. So, okay, good. I know it might be if nothing happens. No, don't have them go under the bed. Just have them in a safe spot. Wherever their safe spot is, that's where they need to go. Away from windows. Most interior room of your house at the very least. If you can get underground to a basement, that would be the best thing. Just don't go under your bed, though. That's not good advice. Because if your bed's next to a window or next to a tree, that isn't going to help you much. But yeah, if you have like a mattress that you can move. Okay, yeah, definitely get to the basement. Oh, this is coming right at Brandon. He's going to see this in just a minute. No offense, Max, but no offense to you, Max. I didn't mean to sound rude, but yeah, don't. Yeah, if you put him under the bed and it's next to a window, that's not going to do a lot of good. Just saying. Sorry. Okay, as long as I just didn't want you to be upset with me. All right, let's hope we can get Brandon up again because we're probably going to see this tornado in just a little bit here. Might be wrapped in rain, though, too, so it could be hard to see. But I should be able to point it out, idealistically speaking. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Yep, it's shrouded in rain, just as I was suspecting. Bring your shoes, pillows. Definitely, if you have a helmet, also, that would be great. Yep, it's rain wrapped. It's 100% rain wrapped. We're going to have a hard time seeing this. If you know anybody that's outside looking at this storm by chance, make sure that they are getting inside. They are not going to see this tornado. This is most likely going to be rain wrapped. It is rain wrapped. Even Brandon Kopic, a trained professional, is struggling to see this right now. Okay, I think this is actually going to end up missing you, Suarez. Just barely, but it should miss you. It doesn't seem like it's trying to turn right. But still stay in your safe spot just in case it changes here. Because today's been a crazy day from what I've seen. But yeah, I think this is going to be just a little ways off. But there are other storms behind this too with circulation. So again, stay in your safe spot. That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give you by far. But yeah, the tornado is all the way up in there right now, up inside of this hook, which is occluded here. So odds are it's going to be really hard, and I mean really hard for anybody to see this. This is a dangerous storm to try to intercept right now. You're going to probably try to, more than likely I would expect Brandon to try to do a hook slice if he can, only if it's safe and feasible. He may not be able to pull it off. I mean, this thing is absolutely shrouded in rain. You have to pretty much get right up against it from the looks of it. All right, 8 people on. No, don't try. You're not going to be able to see it, Suarez. It's wrapped in rain. It's just going to, if you can see it, it's going to be just a wall of rain. Yeah, it's essentially invisible. You have to have almost a trained eye in order to be able to see this, and sometimes it's still not enough. It's really dangerous to try to look at those. So just stay where you are in your safe spot. That's the best thing you can do, I promise you. I have a decent eye for this. I'm not a professional, but yep, I could kind of see it. I can kind of see it here. What do you think, Contingents? I think it's somewhere up in there. You can. Yep. I can kind of see it, but it's very hard to make out. It's literally just got rain bands just spinning all around it. All right, just stay where you are. Stay in your safe spot and do not leave. Just stay in your safe spot and don't leave.
Large tornado just to my west, heavily wrapped in rain. The only way I can tell it's there is very faintly, and the roar.
Brandon just said he could hear a roar from the tornado from the distance that he is at right now. You can see the rain band spinning around it, and there's just a small little darker area, and that's the only way you're going to be able to tell it. So, like I said, if anybody has an idea of trying to look outside and see this, you're not going to. If they are having trouble seeing it, you aren't going to be able to see it either. Just want to make sure that anyone that's watching knows that.
The whole mezzo is almost on the ground, so if you get a freeze, you're in danger. That's how bad this is. It's making me feel like El Reno.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He compared this to El Reno. That's wild. That gives me chills because I remember El Reno. El Reno is the only... the El Reno event in 2013 was the only event where storm chasers were actually didn't make it from a tornadic event, like a professional storm chaser. And they were some of the best around that got caught in it. So yeah, that mezzo really is all the way to the ground. Look at that beaver's tail. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna have to get out of full screen here. You might lag a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and look at velocity. I'm almost scared to see what we're seeing. I'm almost scared of what we're going to find, but I already know. I already have a good idea that this is going to be crazy. Oh, man, this is starting to give me very bad memories of El Reno. The fact that he said that just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Yeah, I don't think I can keep his feet up and switch the radar over. Wow. Just the fact that somebody compared this to El Reno is just insane to me. And the sad thing is, it's not like he's wrong. Oh my goodness. This is crazy right here. This is a crazy couplet. This is a violent tornado. This is an extremely violent tornado. My gosh. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to have that there. Didn't even realize I clicked it. Anyone that is just joining, we're up to 9 people. Yeah, Rolling Fork was insane too. But this might be very similar. Over 100 miles an hour gate to gate at several different points here. This is a wild couplet right here. Up to 10 people on for just a moment. I'll take that. All right, we're going to switch back here to Brandon's feed and see what's going on here. That couplet's insane. This storm is nuts. We might have trouble keeping Brandon's feed on. But we'll take it full screen here. Man, this is nuts. I guess it was worth going on live even though I was late. Because, man, this is insane. I was not expecting this kind of weather today. Oh, there it is. We got a better view of it. Thanks for that plug-in, Max, man. I appreciate you. Oh, wow, this is huge. Good Lord. My gosh. Yeah, man, everybody hit that like button, man. Everybody hit that like button if you can. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's cleared out. You can see it. You can see it clearly now. Very large tornado. This is a wedge, most likely. This looks like a wedge. Very violent wedge, too. Oh, my gosh. Very large tornado. Good grief. Look at how wrapped up this thing is. Huge tornado. Oh, my gosh. It has to be at least half a mile wide, if not bigger. It could be even 3/4 of a mile wide. My gosh. Contingents, do you think you could capture this right here so we can put this in Discord? Oh my gosh. We can only hope that this stays over rural areas. We do not need this near a house. We do not need this near a house at all. It's starting to get wrapped up in rain again. Man, I was not expecting it to be like this today. I was expecting... It makes me really nervous about tomorrow.
Vince, be careful. It's taking a right turn.
Hard to say, but a lot of houses wouldn't be able to stand up to that.
Guys, there's a large tornado on the ground behind me.
I definitely would not want to be above ground for this storm. I would definitely want to be in a basement, somewhere below ground, or in a storm shelter of some kind. Some lightning inside the tornado within that rain-wrapped area in the bear's cage. My goodness. Storm is taking a right turn, so Suarez, I want to make sure that you are in your safe spot, just in case.
Just northwest of Ewing, if I pronounce that right. It's headed toward Essen or Essen, however you pronounce that. It is making, right now, it is making more of a right turn. It was going north, but it has taken a eastward shift, and it is heading right for US 77.
Yeah, Suarez is in the basement. They just confirmed that. All right, let's go ahead. I know you guys might not like the thought of me taking him off the feed real quick, but we got to make sure we know who's in the path of this. It looks like we could see Essen next. Essen could get hit by this storm here. It's not a very big town, so I don't expect to see a population, but we want to make sure we know exactly who is in the path of this storm and at what time this could arrive. This is moving at about 20 miles an hour, so you may have a little bit of time here. I really hope Vince gets out of the way of this because this is heading right for him, and he may not be able to see this. The storm is heavily wrapped in rain here. My goodness. He's right on it. I hope he gets out of there. He does not. I really would hope that he's not near that storm. Like, I really hope that he's not in the path of it. That's fine, Suarez. Do what you got to do. Just make sure you're staying in your safe spot because there's another storm behind this with another tornado warning. So just because this one passes here does not mean that you're out of the action. Excuse the phlegm. Dang, I can't get this thing to work now. I really don't need that right now. Come on. Work with me here. Have to start over. Okay, good. I'm glad he's turning around and gunning it. Because he was right next to Essen. I wonder just how many people live there. I would imagine not many. Can this thing just work, please? New scan looks just as vicious. I see it at 12 now. See if we can maybe get up to 15. I cannot get this little arc to work at all for whatever reason. There's something that's stopping me? Okay, I figured it out. All right, there we go. All right, let's try this again. Okay, good. Glad he's safe. I mean, the good thing is this storm is moving at 20 miles an hour. So the thing with this is it won't take too much to get away from it if you were to drive, but you have to be pretty knowledgeable. Yeah, this thing still doesn't want to work right. Yeah, it's slow, it's huge, and it's extremely dangerous. Come on. Why isn't this thing working? I think Vince is probably going to head towards Oakland. All right, contingents. I'll see you in a little bit. For whatever reason, I can't get this thing to work right now. Yeah, it's not working. I don't know why the heck that thing is doing what it's doing. Couplet's still impressive, but not as impressive as what we were seeing a few minutes ago. I wonder if the tornado's changed in shape a little bit here. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to be able to. I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to. I'm like 99% sure I'm not. I got a family event to go to, and it's going to be an all-day, probably all-night type of thing. I'll probably be, I don't know, maybe if Wyatt's available, he might go live, but he doesn't have a mic, so if he does go live, I'll probably be in chat, Probably bring a few people on if I can. Well, I mean, since we can't really look at the path right now, as far as who's next in line, only thing we can do is just watch these chaser feeds. It's kind of a bummer because I wanted to see if I could warn anyone in advance, but computer's just not working right now, unfortunately. Okay, so we're watching Vince's stream, and he's buffering just a little bit. Let's hope we can keep him. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let him know, Vince. Let him know. Get him out of there. Wow, look at that wall cloud. Look how low that is. I'll be live for a while. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. Man, that whole entire mezzo is just intense. Here comes that wall. Here's that wall of rain. Just look at it go. If you're hearing that swishing noise, that means a new radar scan has just come in from Radar Omega. So we'll probably look at that in just a little bit here. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of buffering here. Oh, yeah, definitely. By this point, maybe the tornado threat will have diminished here. Even if it hasn't, we'll take a look at it. I might try to use my other phone to have the radar up and looking in that area while we're watching these storms, too. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. This is what I'm here for. I love doing this. Okay, let me switch over while I'm at it. Actually, let me get my phone going here. Well, I do see the right edge of something right there. Still looks like it's a big tornado right now. Think I can hear sirens in the distance. All right, we're going to try to get out of full screen here in the meantime. But that is Vince Welty right here watching that tornado. Still too rain wrapped from his current vantage point to really get anything going. He's going to turn around and get out of the path here. Okay. So probably go ahead and get that out of there. That couplet looks like it's starting to really ramp back up again. We'll see this go through a few phases here where it'll start to look like it's not looking as impressive and really start to ramp up. These are almost like living, breathing creatures sometimes. Like once they develop, sometimes they'll weaken, sometimes they'll strengthen, they'll cycle. And that's a good indicator of maybe a long-lived tornado with this one. And that's exactly what we are likely to be seeing here. You might get a view of this here in the next couple minutes, so we're not going anywhere. Oh boy, Wyatt, you have missed a lot so far. Just in the short time that we've been streaming. Oh my goodness. We have a wedge tornado on the ground with this storm right here that I'm looking at right now. Psychotic velocity right here. Crazy velocity. Oh, you're having to move your grandparents' house for today? Or is it just like a whole... I don't know the whole process behind that, but hopefully everything's going all right, buddy. Oh, wow. That couplet's starting to really get ugly right there. I don't like what I'm seeing, and that's heading straight towards Oakland. I want to see what this looks like now. Oh, you moved. Oh, crap. Let's see what we got here. We're likely to be seeing potentially a rain-wrapped tornado in here, Wyatt, so get ready. So he's got the front and the back camera out, up and running right now. Yeah, this is a monster right here, dude. Yeah, it's definitely rain wrap. We are gonna have a hard time seeing it from here.
Are you still back there?
Oh, screen blacked out. Come on back. Come on back, man.
Daniel does not see anything down there. He's gonna go east. This is not what I thought you to come north, but this option right here.
All right, back to 10 people on. Now 9. Oh wow, we lost. Yeah, we've lost his entire picture right now. Or I have at least. At least he's not buffering, so we get audio at the very least. So we'll kind of have him off to the side here, and we'll see what's going on. Maybe he'll come back and we'll switch full, or we may have to exit out in just a bit here if he starts to buffer. Yeah, I'm actually watching that on my phone too while I'm watching this stream. So you got about another 30 minutes to go before they start to come in. I'm looking at things from the Abilene and the Fort Worth radars right now over towards your area. Yeah, it looks like we lost him. He started to buffer. Guess we'll hopefully get that. Hopefully he'll get that sorted out so we can look at it again. Still a very strong velocity right here. Very alarming velocity. Ooh, wow. We're almost at 100 miles an hour gate to gate just on that, just on the inflow. We have at least 133 gate to gate, maybe even stronger than that. Close to 135. Actually 140. Oh, wow. This is a very intense tornado right here. That is some crazy gate to gate. All right. You might have to go live for me tomorrow because I'm going to be at a family deal all day. So I'll be on there in chat to help you along if needed. Where I can, of course, but looks like you might have to take the helm for me on that one. Just give me a second here. It's a little loud outside my door. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Oh, they had updated that earlier today, around earlier this afternoon. Let's see if we can get Brandon back here. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. They said a second circulation may be south. It's rain wrapped. I'll check it out when I can. Trying to get my radar set up over Texas. Yeah, that 10% threat, though, had gotten updated a little earlier this afternoon. Just around lunchtime, I thought. We can't keep his picture up. You're good, man. You're good. I do see a little secondary area trying to develop here over Oakland. Could see twins here if we can keep their feet up. It depends on what streaming source. What streaming source do you use? Cause I just have it on Streamlabs, and what I do often is I just go to screen capture, and then there's a way you can actually set it onto a particular window on your computer, and I just have it set to Radar Omega, and that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if maybe we could pull up Vince's feed. It's probably gonna be the same deal where we don't see anything because it's gonna more than likely be rain wrapped. Oh, we don't want Brandon right now. Oh, you don't know how to make it work on your PC? Oh, you just download it. You should just be able to download it and then log in, and from there you should be fine. At least that's how it worked for me. I don't know if anything's changed since then. Yeah, we're having trouble keeping an eye on his feed right now. Yeah, it still looks incredibly wrapped in rain. Uh-oh. You have to pay for it on your phone, too. I think he already has it on his phone, though. For whatever reason, though, he's not able to get it to work on his PC. If he has a Google email, though, it shouldn't matter. Because I never had to go through that trouble. I don't know. Because all I did is download it from Play Store onto my PC, and I was good. Road's looking a little rough over there for Brandon.
You guys need to either get inside in the freezer or get in your cars and go east. There's a violent tornado coming right here. Yes, get your cars, get east. Go east now. No, east. Just go east. Just go that way as fast as you can.
Oh my goodness, there are the sirens. They must have changed it since I got it then. Because it used to not be like that. Yeah, he's at a gas station.
5-10 minutes top. Go straight that way.
Yep. Come on, Brandon. Let him know. Get him out of there.
Alright, what was that, Vince? You said power flashes?
Yes, it's time to leave town. Either get north on 10 or probably north on 77. It is time to leave. There's a large something in there. It's time to leave.
Copy. I stopped and told everybody at that gas station they had to get in their cars and go east as fast as they can.
So I'm late on the horn all the way through. We got sirens now. Where are you?
I'm in town. Stand by.
I'm east.
Hello.
I see you.
Oh, no, I was just letting you know that there was a second anticyclonic tornado on this one. But let everybody
Yeah, I
know
think so
the
too.
Marion Lions, they need to take shelter now.
Yeah, Vince just said on the CB that he was laying on the horn until the sirens went off. My gosh, this is a really concerning situation right here, you guys. Could be seeing a tornado go right through town here.
Bad feeling right now. There's a north option, and then we can go up here north of town and go east and get on 77 up behind Clement.
These guys, I don't understand why these guys are wanting to see the tornado. It's rain wrapped. You're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to see it. You're literally not going to see the tornado until it's on you. Yes, get off the porch. My gosh, man. I wish some of these people would actually realize what's going on here. What's coming their way. I think I can hear the roar. Yo, contenders, do you hear this? I think I can hear the roar, man. That rushing water sound, I hear it. That does not sound like rain. My gosh. This is absolutely nuts, man. I really don't like this.
I see it. I'm still in town. You have to turn. The storm's making a left turn.
Oh, it's making a left turn. It might spare him.
I'm gonna keep an eye on
Yeah, this is pretty freaking bad right here.
it. If it gets bad, I'm gonna head north and get out of it. But it looks like it's heading due north right now. Should skirt just to the west.
Yeah, if only they knew. If only they knew exactly what was going on here. I mean, this is tornado country. This is Tornado Alley, yes. But nonetheless, they don't need to be standing outside. I mean, that's a foolish idea. You're not going to see this one. This isn't going to be like the other storms.
It appears west of town. Let me know if you get a visual. I'm going to start weaseling my way back toward town from the north. Please let me know if I need to bail.
Yes. Quote Baconator. Or quote Bacon. Put that in chat. Quote Bacon. Definitely quote Bacon. No, you have to do exclamation point quote Bacon. No spaces. There you go. Just like Wyatt did. There you go, Max. My goodness. Might eventually put a cooldown on that as we get more people in these streams. Sitting at 9 people. We are currently watching a tornado, a confirmed tornado, getting very close to the town of Lyons, Nebraska right now. This has a very violent tornado with it right now. It might be missing town here. We are watching Brandon's stream. He is watching the winds pick up. Look at the flag. Oh my goodness. You think it's still going to hit? It took a left turn. I was thinking maybe it might have spared it. Oh no. I was hoping it took that enough of a left turn to miss it, but unfortunately, it looks like it might not. Oh my goodness. It's really disheartening to hear those sirens right now. Yeah, I mean, the RFD with this looks ridiculous because he's not in the circulation like that. Yeah, this... Oh, man. Dang it. Well, here's the dark side of this stuff right here, folks. This is Lyon, Nebraska, Kyle. This is Lyon, Nebraska. I think Brandon isn't in the circulation, thankfully. I think it's passing right in front of him. Kyle, that's Max, one of our new admins. All right, I think I'm going to try to switch over to Vince. Let's see if I can switch over. Those two are always on top of each other. But it's a good thing that they are working together. Oh, that is going right through the town. Oh, my gosh. This is not a good situation here. This could be a violent tornado. We are watching potentially a violent tornado heading through Lyon right now. Yeah, it's this has been an unbelievable velocity. We've been at times seeing about up to 140 gate-to-gate plus. It's been kind of hard to watch. I'm almost scared to actually go look at the gate-to-gate on that one. Oh, my goodness. Look at Vince's stream. This is literally, yeah, you weren't kidding, contingents. This is lime green as it can get. This is pea soup lime green almost. Oh, my gosh. He's in a holding position. Do you have radar Omega Max?
So lucky. It's passing you to the west. You got so lucky. Copy. I'm starting to get clearer air to the south as well. Looks like we've gotten the board of
All right, Wyatt, let's go. Shoot. Man, I wish I could give you my code or something or slip you some money. Yeah, this guy looks insane, man. This also was tagged earlier for baseball size hail, so Kyle, I guess you can spam a couple of baseballs in there. It's no problem. I'm about trying to I always try to look out for my team, man. I don't have a lot that I can really give, but I try to do what I can. I want you at least to be able to look at the same things that I'm looking at if I can.
It has passed west of Oakland. Oakland is okay. Repeating, Oakland is okay.
Well, that's good news.
Yes, all clear to the west. All
Baseball caps. Don't give him if you are giving him the code, don't do it here. Do that on Discord, because I think Max has one. Oh, yeah. There's no question about this. Yeah. There is no imagining it. We're seeing it. Even though the tornado itself isn't necessarily in the hail core. Yeah, bet. Yeah, definitely do it privately. It's good to know that Oakland didn't get a hit, though. We might even see a cumulative hail from this. Who knows? If this lifted, then that is some of the best news I've heard all day today, is that this storm lifted before hitting town. That will be the most beautiful thing. One can only...
Backing up, why?
Right, canceled. That was a gust. Okay, that was a strong RFD gust. The wind shifted right on top of me. I was worried circulation was right here, but we still got wind coming right towards us.
That's fine. I got a chaser on my ass. He's finally passing. I'm gonna try to get this guy to go by. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Copy. We're approaching the area. Super sweep just came in. There could still be a tornado.
Yeah, actually, Brandon compared this to El Reno. It gave me chills the second that he said that, because it actually kind of resonated with me, because it was a big tornado. It was completely wrapped in rain, and just for a moment, you could actually see it.
I agree. We're west of Oakland.
Oh, you're good. You're good, Max. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna try to get out of this RFD and reevaluate.
10 people on. All right, Kyle. You have a good rest of your day at work, buddy. We'll be on here. We'll be on here for a while. So if you have it in you to sneak back in later, if you have the time. You guys are good. I don't think it's anything like that.
I had seen power flashes south of town there. I swear it, but who knows how far south they were.
Really hoping right now that
I don't think that's new. That's old damage.
I hope that there's no danger. There's no damage here. Oh man, you can't even see anything in his stream right now. Literally, it's just a bunch of rain. Nothing but rain. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at velocities here. My gosh. Actually, the couplet doesn't look quite as impressive as it did before. I think this may miss lines now. I really do think it's going to miss lines. If it does, then that's great. But yeah, the couplet isn't as tight as it was before. I think this is going to go just north of lines here. If so, great news. Yeah, this is going to miss lines, and this is weakening very quickly now. About 3 scans ago, this was looking unbelievable. Wow, look at that. Look at the last couple of scans until just now. Yeah, this might have lifted. There's a good chance that it has. We'll have to, of course, watch this and make sure that this doesn't recycle. But if so, at least in this case, I think this mainly has spared a lot of. This mainly hasn't hit anything. It's mainly stayed over rural land. Yeah, that's some really good news right there. But yeah, this velocity scan is not that impressive. Check your forecast. So far, you're clear right. So far as your radar is concerned, you're clear at the moment. Storms are still well off to your west, and you aren't even under a severe thunderstorm watch yet. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at a meso discussion on my phone, and I'll talk to you. Or better yet, Wyatt, are you still watching over Texas right now? If you are, if there's another meso discussion issue, could you let him know? All right. Hey Mia, how you doing? You just missed a crazy tornado just now. It just lifted. But man, that was wild. Still, and the crazy thing is we still have other tornado warnings here. Just the one in Big Country for now. I think down the line we'll probably start to see that begin to take shape over towards Central Texas now. Yeah, you guys are in the clear over in St. Austin for a moment. Looks like you're going to be in the clear for a little while here. I think late tonight is when you guys are going to be in the action right now. So it's almost 8 o'clock my time, and I'm in Eastern time zone. Man, this has been crazy already so far. Okay, we still have plenty of tornado warnings right now. Okay, looks like we have Brad Arnold on another storm over here to the south here. This is just south of Nebraska City. This is actually in the tri-state line. This is between Nebraska, parts of Missouri, and even Iowa. Let's see what this has a tag of right now. Mainly just radar indicated, but there is a good couplet right there. Let's go ahead and see what Brad has to offer here as far as what he's seeing. Let's see what Brad sees. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, and that's partially why I also went live, is because I was expecting Iowa to start to ramp up around this time. I didn't know if I was going to end up seeing anything in Nebraska. Definitely ended up seeing something. But, yeah, I was thinking the low-level jet would start to really ramp up over Iowa about 8 Eastern time. But good stuff there, contingents. Thanks for that update. We're getting better as a team, you know. Now the main thing I need to do is just get this CPU better so we can have more capability on the stream. But I see a little bit of flow forming between us. I like it. I like it. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Just making that little turnaround here. Now, other thing. Oh, okay, well, guess we're in an endless loop now of Brad making his little U-turn here. And now he's buffering. And now he's gone. Oh my gosh, that was kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Just literally, all of a sudden, we just start seeing him making U-turn. And then all of a sudden, we see the meme. It's like, hey, it's rewind time. See, we can be a little bit silly during hail. Whoa, look at this report here. This might be from the same cell, but 3.2-inch hail. Wow. I mean, we pretty much already are a family in a way. We're a really weird family, but family nonetheless. Not the most impressive circulation here, though. Not going to lie. It's all really wacky right now. Like I said, if I got a gaming PC, though, one thing that I would love to see a lot of the admin do is if we were to go on Roblox and play like Twisted or something. I can only imagine the madness. No, let's not be illegal, family, because I feel like in one sense we have a lot of unity when it comes to the weather, but other times I feel like we would probably rip each other's heads off. And you know what? You would be the first one that I would give a noogie to. I would have you in like a half Nelson and just go to town on your head. Well, I don't have I don't have a gaming PC, so I have no idea when that's going to happen, but I would love to play Twisted at some point. It seems like fun. Oh, you can play it on phone. I didn't know that. Uh, that's interesting. Well, I actually have a gaming thread on the Discord, so send it on there. Well, I mean, if this car can get fixed soon, I think a faster CPU will happen. It's just a matter of time. Just got to see a breakthrough, that's all. But the first things first, though, I got to get the car. Oh. Oh. So it seems like they have something against PlayStations. How nice. And it would have been really simple if it was on PlayStation, because I have a PS4. That's a bunch of crap, man. But yeah, once I get things set up, though, if we play Twisted, though, it's gonna it's gonna be a mess. That has to go on YouTube, though. Okay, let's see if we can get back onto stream. I have a PS4 username as well. Like I said, I have a gaming thread on there. We've never used it, actually, come to think of it. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Looks like it's starting to get back to it here. Looks like we might have a wall cloud here forming. Oh, boy. Here we go again. Oh, my goodness. I'll be right back in just a second. Wait, what? Okay, so I had to step away for just a second. But, oh, the Weather Channel's not showing this right now. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. This is insane. How are they not showing this stuff anymore? This is why YouTubers are doing this stuff. It used to be where the Weather Channel would do this all the time. This is so disappointing. Ah, man. I remember when I got YouTube TV, because that's the streaming platform I use for watching anything, if I do watch TV at all. And I was so happy that they got the Weather Channel, but with them doing things the way that they're doing them now, it's just kind of like, it's kind of a moot point. It's really sad. Man, dang, I'm really disappointed. I am really disappointed to hear that. But the sad part is I don't disagree with you guys. MTV to music. Let's not even get into that. Got a good look at Brad's feed here. It's very stable, actually. All right, let's go ahead and look at this velocity really quick, and then we're going to start switching back and forth between radar here. You want to storm chase? Well, you got to have the money to storm chase, and you got to have a clear head. You got to have a clear head to do it too. You got to have a plan of action. You got to execute. In fact, Reed Timmer will tell you that yesterday, because he hopped off of those Oklahoma storms to chase the ones down in Texas, and he missed the storm in Cole, which dropped a huge tornado, twin tornadoes. We even got those on stream here. So, yeah, you got to make sure you have a plan of action. You got to stick with it for the most part. Then again, storm chasing is just a cruel mistress. But I remember I remember seeing something on Instagram. He was pissed about that. He was fuming. I would recommend chasing in Texas or somewhere like around here in the plains, because Virginia, it's a little harder to chase. It's going to be hard to see because you have many more populated areas, more trees in the way. It's a little more dangerous. Like, imagine chasing where I live in Atlanta. Traffic like you wouldn't believe, and also, I don't know. And also, there's trees, there's buildings, there's houses, just, it's a mess. So you got to pick your battles. If the storms are moving at about 60, you just need to know what you're doing. Somebody's vacuuming upstairs. It's fine. So excuse them. Yeah, that would be a nightmare contingents. Yeah. Okay, that's a little graphic. Sheesh. I mean, not that I disagree, but sheesh, man. But yeah, if you were to chase in your hometown or in Virginia, I would at least get a few chases out in the plains first under your belt. We have a tornado warning here, right? Thought we were supposed to be more serious. Nope. Not happening. It's fine, though. Well, so far he hasn't seen anything since he looked at that wall cloud earlier. So we'll go ahead and get off the feed here and switch back to reflectivity. We get more CPU. If we get more CPU, we can probably have this more split screen. Really would be good if we had a wider screen to work with as well. But it's coming in time. I'd recommend, I probably would recommend like Texas or Oklahoma for you. The road network seems a lot easier over there than versus Iowa. This is just from me looking on the outside in. I know you know Texas and Iowa pretty well. So, but if you asked me, that's where I would go first. And then after that, just kind of start migrating about. That is just my honest opinion. This coming from somebody who really doesn't get to chase right now, especially with no car. I'm sad. Hopefully soon we can get that tranny fixed. Okay, let's see if we can maybe take them full and maybe get it to work for a little bit. Okay, now we got a view here again. That is a very intense looking storm right there. Ooh. Railroads broke my damn suspension right there. Yeah, can happen to anybody. Just the wrong situation at the wrong time sometimes. Yeah, especially considering that you like to donate to people's streams so they can be lady please. Contingents. You douche. It's pretty good inflow with this storm. Yeah, you're definitely disabled after yesterday. How are you feeling, by the way, contingents? Are you good after that? Like, did somebody actually get to you and, get you checked out? Uh-oh. I hope that's not really what's happening there. Oh, we're up to 11 people now. If you're just tuning in, we are watching a tornado outbreak that's ongoing in Nebraska, now starting to migrate its way into Iowa. We've been watching this for about actually a little over an hour and a half now, close to 100 minutes. And we're going to be here all night. We're also going to try to cover what we can in Texas, depending on how this situation develops here. We're currently watching a storm that's outside of Nebraska City that has a tornado warning on it and has a wall cloud. Make sure you hit that like button and obliterate that subscribe button. Decimate the share button too. Trying to get this out to as many people as we can. Chief meteorologist. That's a big title for me. I don't know if I'm all that now. Oh gosh. That sounds horrible, contingents. Hopefully you can find a solution to that soon. Good grief, that's awful to hear. He's right next to some silos here. This is how you know you're in storm chaser country. Yeah, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Wish there was more I could do to help. Head analysis right here. Well, I'm trying. Hang on a minute, though. That looks pretty odd right there. I don't want to say that's a funnel, but that looks odd. I just want to say that. I want to say that that's scud, but it just looks like it's in a pretty interesting type of shape. Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm kind of side-eyeing it a little bit. Maybe that could be the point where maybe the lowering really starts to develop here. I mean, it's not the most organized wall cloud. Yeah, I'm going to say scud. Yeah, I'm going to say scud. Yeah, but it just for a second, it just looked really odd. Here comes some rain. This doesn't look like it's an HP supercells. Looks a little bit more like an LP supercell for the moment. But we could see this quickly develop here. That rain is starting to intensify very fast. But at least it's not like a downpour like we were seeing with that other storm that Brandon and Vince were on. Wait, what in the world is that? That's more scud. Okay. Oh, look at the shape of that cloud. It looks like a dog's head. Kind of reminds me of the Golem team emblem from Ace Combat Zero. I don't know if anyone that's watching right now knows about that game. That's my favorite game series, by the way, Ace Combat. Just a little personal fact about me, which means absolutely nothing. Yeah, it was really cool to look at, though. I'm not gonna lie. Reading clouds is probably one of my favorite things. That's probably what I would love the most about storm chasing, is just being able to read, just being out there reading the clouds. Would you get a severe thunderstorm warning in your area tonight as the storms come? I'd say you have a pretty good shot at it. The cape around your area later tonight is still pretty high. We're talking like at least about maybe 3,000 to 4,000 joules per kilo. The kinematics aren't great over there. That's the only good thing. No, I'm just talking about like reading it from like a meteorological perspective, like understanding what cloud formation means what. Especially whenever you start to watch those towers start to form, those cumulus towers, and watching them go from cumulus to swelling cumulus, and then of course seeing the spaceship supercells, like that would be the most cathartic thing for me. I love that. You do have a 2% area, Wyatt. You are in like the 2% area, but I don't really lean into it being in like a big tornado threat. Your biggest concern would probably be hail, maybe damaging winds. I definitely lean towards hail for you. Well, hold on a second. What was that off to the right? But yeah, I wouldn't worry about a tornado threat in your case. That updraft is starting to get a little bit more rain. Oh, wait. Is that maybe the point of interest? Yeah, I agree with you, contingents. It's pretty crazy that high up it's frozen solid. Yeah, I think you were like right on the fringe of it earlier. I think they updated it since I had last looked at that part. I've been just kind of looking intermittently throughout the day while I was at work, and then I just got straight on here. So sometimes when I have to do these streams like this, I have to start blind. Hang on a second. Something I just noticed about my stream here that I'm a little irritated about. I don't know why this isn't popping up anywhere. Yeah, so you're in the 0%. So you're more than likely in the 10% for hail. Ah, we blacked out on a screen. Okay, there we go. We're back. Yeah, it would be pretty crazy to watch, but it would be pretty cool. This is really cool to see right here, though. See this lowering. It still doesn't look like it's super organized right now. It looks like it's trying to rotate, but it's nothing incredible right now. I think we'll go back to this and just kind of look at it on radar for a minute. His feet looks like it's pretty steady at the moment. Uh-oh. It looks like it's starting to really organize a little bit better now. Looks better on radar too. Starting to see a decent little hook here. It's like it was pulsing in and out a little bit earlier, but it's starting to look a little bit better. And the better part, and the best part is it's kind of got a rain-free base to it. So this is what we're looking at right now with Brad Arnold watching the threat of a potential tornado dropping here. Looks like Brad might be getting ready to move in just a minute here as this thing continues to move off to the north and east here. Might see a new tornado warning get issued with this in just a moment. We're going to exit out of the feed for just a second. Maybe just to analyze the radar a bit more. See if I can't move him a little bit further. Oh, took him full. Don't want that. That wall cloud is looking a lot better organized now. But here, this is his location right now in comparison to the storm here. Like I said, very good rain-free base. He sees something here that could be a potential funnel beginning to develop. So we're going to stick with this storm for right now. I will go ahead and take a look at a couple other tornado warnings if it's at all possible. We're starting to lose him. As of right now, there is a confirmed tornado on the ground over towards Richardson County in Nebraska and Holt County in Missouri here. Also has a tag for about, I would say, ping pong size hail as well. There's also a tornado warning in Jackson County in Kansas. We're gonna mainly be sticking with this storm right here. But we may shift to that observed tornado in just a little bit here. I'm going to take him back full for just a minute here. We could be seeing a tornado developing right here. Yep. MCS. Eventually, HRRR was showing this turning towards more of an MCS type structure. Okay, there we go. Starting to see more rain developing around that base now, though. Could be seeing it wrap around the backside here. Rotation's looking a little bit better. I'm going to charge my phone really quick. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so we're still waiting to see what's going on with this one. I definitely think it's going to get its act together. It could produce. It's probably not ready to produce right now, though. So in the meantime here, I'm going to grab my phone and take a look at the mesoscale discussion here. At any potential new mesoscale here. Confirmed tornado in Kewitha with ping pong size hail. Yep, that's the one I was just looking at a little bit ago. Look at that scud rising with this one. Are there any chasers on that Kewitha storm? Or where's Brandon and Vince at? That's another question. Wow. So, Tecuma, Nebraska. Okay. Is there anyone? Oh, they're in Tecuma, Nebraska. So they're not on that storm, are they? The one that has the observe tag on it. So mesoscale discussion has just been issued a little bit ago for a locally favorable area just south of here. 4 states. So can you? I think we can pretty much call this a tornado outbreak here. Contingents at this point. We've seen it. We've seen at least how many tornado reports again? Because I'm on the Storm Prediction Center site on my phone. 34 tornado reports right now and counting. More than the damaging wind reports at the moment, which is at 31, and hail's at 40 reports. Yeah. Yesterday was one too, but I think today is definitely smoking yesterday as far as numbers are concerned. This is holistically a tornado outbreak, undoubtedly. But interestingly enough, though, right before we started talking about that, there was a meso discussion that was issued about 11 minutes ago, just south of here towards Nebraska City, where there's a locally favorable area for continued storm intensification over the next few hours. This even has a few of the hodiographs here, and it does kind of lean a little bit more towards supercellular, maybe even a little bit tornadic. That's Brad's phone. While he's moving, I guess we'll jump off his stream for just a minute here. Maybe take a look at that storm with the confirmed tornado. All right, contingents. We'll see you in a second, bud. All right. If you're just jumping in for the first time, okay, Wyatt. Catch you later. This radar indicated, yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. All right. Baseball-sized hail in that storm that Brandon and Vince are on. I think they were a little too far away from this storm over here with the confirmed tag. I think this is just to the south of where Brandon is where that confirmed tornado is right now, towards Falls City. Yep, I think this is the one right here. Nope. So it's one of these two down here. Nope. So it's this one in the middle. All right, 2-inch hail with this as well. This is baseball-sized hail at the moment. And I'm not trying to click the hail. I'm trying to get the warning. I'm trying to look at the details of this warning here. Storm not looking as impressive on radar here. Let's see if there's any let's see if that observed tag is still there. I think it might be gone now. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I guess now we'll stick with what we have here. Interesting thing to note here as well is that just as they were talking about with that little mesoscale discussion, I'm actually going to go pull that up really quickly since we don't have a view on any confirmed tornado tags. But I'm going to show you just where the mesoscale is. It's right where we're looking at right now. No, I don't want to look at the stream. But storm intensification coming within the next couple of hours here. So just waiting for my screen to pop up here. We'll get into it. Now, if Brad's feed is still popping through even after I exited out, I'm gonna be a little annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. We don't want to pull his feed up the whole time. Yep, it sounds like his feed is coming through, at least audio wise. Okay. Okay, so now that we got that up, let's go over to Streamlabs really quickly and we'll take a look at this screen here. I have no idea what's going on with the screen here. I'm supposed to have a couple of bars up to. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not sure why Radar Omega is doing this. All right. So here's a look at that meso discussion really quickly. Since we have Brad's stream up, we might as well stick with it, or at least listen to the audio. But this area right here, locally favorable area for continued storm intensification in the next few hours. This is over towards Nebraska City. This is towards the storm where Brad is on, and then over across this region. Note the hordeographs over here towards the low levels with this little curve right here. That is very much conducive to tornadic development. So down the line here, we could see more tornado warnings developing across this region here. This even includes parts of the severe thunderstorm watch here. So it looks like we still have plenty of action left to go here. We're going to switch back over to Radar Omega now. All right, let's see if we can pull him back up. Like, I don't know why that was happening, though. Yeah, you were going to get some pretty intense rain there, but I'm glad you're okay. Okay, so it looks like maybe Brad might be jumping off of that storm now, maybe heading south. Yep, he's moving south now. So we'll go ahead and get him off here in the meantime, as he's going to be moving south and out of the action for just a minute here. You can kind of see the outline of one of these storms that he's heading towards here. Trying to get back him out off of full screen here. I might have to shut down Radar Omega for just a moment. Come on. I guess we're glitching a little bit here. Okay, I think we got things under control now. Okay, his sound is still coming through. I think we're glitching. We might have to close this and reopen it. Alright, never mind. I think we're good now. That was a little messy. No, we're still dealing with it. Alright, just give me a second, guys. Sorry. I gotta close out Radar Omega, reopen it. I'm still here, just letting you guys know. Alright, we are back. So while I'm at it, I'm going to try to see if I can fix my screen here, because there's supposed to be a couple other bars up here. Anyone that's still watching, make sure you're subscribing, and also hitting that like button here. We're trying to get this out to more people. This wasn't originally worded to be a tornado outbreak, but it turns out today, it was definitely in the cards. It was a little bit debatable as to what was going to happen here. But very clearly, we've seen a major uptick in action throughout the evening. Well, really throughout the whole day, we've had storm chasers intercepting tornadoes, including Reed Timmer, who even had his anemometer torn off with Dominator 3, I think it was, that he was using today. And it even had a report of about 200 mile an hour winds. Thankfully, it was all over rural areas. Nonetheless, though, big time problems today, man. We need to make sure that we are getting the word out to as many people as we can. So again, hit that like button so that way we can get further into the algorithm. And smash that subscribe button as well as that share button. It's very crucial today. We even got a couple of violent tornadoes on stream a little bit earlier as well from both Brandon and Reed's stream. It came very close to a town here, but fortunately I think it's got spared and it eventually would lift. But we are still not done here tonight. That's the crazy part. Actually started this stream a bit later. I wanted to be able to get here sooner, but I was stuck at work. So for anyone that's just joining that's wondering why I've only been on stream for 2 hours, there's your answer. Unfortunately, things kind of held me up from getting in here. Again, feel free if you can. Subscriptions are awesome. Also, there is a way for you to donate here. If you are inclined to do so, if you are able to do so, you are not required to, obviously. But anything helps. That'll help us upgrade this stream, so that way we can give a much more better experience and a much more reliable experience for the next time we go live. Because from the way things have been this year, I've been live a lot, and I want to make the experience better for all of you guys. So any donations that are given, I appreciate them immensely. But again, like I said, it's not required. That being said here, I'm trying to make sure I get that widget back up here. I don't know why, but in the midst of all this today, I think it got deleted somehow. So I'm just going to fix that really quickly, and then we're going to get back into it here. Boom. All right. Got that going again. There's that. And then, of course, if you do end up subscribing or being on or doing a donation, you do end up popping up on screen, but all of that stuff got deleted, which is crazy. Between last night's stream and this current stream right now. Wait, there it is. Now I gotta make one more adjustment here. All right, we should be good now. Sorry for that delay, folks, but we're back in the game here. The storm that they were on earlier, Brandon and this other guy, Williard here, looks like they're done with that one. It looks a lot less impressive on radar at the moment. I sure hope that doesn't somehow come to bite them, but I don't think this is going to have tornado potential for too much longer. Definitely going to be looking more towards these areas to the south here. Also might be about time for me to shift to a new radar here because we're starting to get towards the edge of the radar's range here. Ha. That's funny contingents. That reminds me of you remember the Whitechapel album? The most recent one? I don't know if it was dang, I can't even remember the name. I can't get the name out. It's crazy. but the song "The Ones That Made Us." That's the one I'm thinking about here. Have you heard that song? Oh, yikes. Okay, so this is the storm you were talking about earlier towards Hiawatha. No, no, no. It's not a song about tornadoes. It was a Whitechapel song, but it starts out with that line that you had just said. I have returned. It just kind of made me think of that for whatever reason. But that is a good song. I'll share it on Discord later. I love the way Phil Bozeman delivered those first lines. Or really just his vocal delivery on that entire song was just really good. Whitechapel's really started to take a different turn over the last couple albums, and I love it, personally speaking. Still a good inflow notch for this storm. It's kind of got like an embedded type of feature with this, by the way. And then this new storm right here that's a little bit to the south here towards Netawatka. No, there's no T in there. Try not to enunciate that. But this looks like it has a pretty decent hook that was trying to form on it over here. Might be having some issues with outflow, so it probably doesn't have anything on the ground at the moment. Oh, I Declare War. That's more up Jordy's alley, or Jordo Runaway. Speaking of which, where is he? Why isn't he on stream? Let me see if I can't fix that. Storm now has a report of 2-inch hail confirmed by a spotter. Or actually, that was a National Weather Service employee. So that is just below tennis ball size hail. Still have 10 people watching. Nice. It's the first time in a while I had a stream that's been like that. It's pretty cool to see. So this has ping pong ball size hail. It's capable of producing a tornado. Both of these are still moving very slow. They're moving at about 20 miles an hour currently. This storm is starting to look a little less impressive, and this storm might start to take over here. Only issue could be that this storm to the south might start to inhibit its inflow. And if so, if it can't overcome that, this storm is going to go outflow dominant, and we'll start to see more of an MCS beginning to form here, which is about what we were expecting around this time here. Still could see a few embedded tornadoes, but overall, over the next hour or so, the threat could start to go away. Jamie, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Good to have you here on the stream, man. You're from Buffalo, New York. Yeah, we're looking towards Nebraska and Kansas, starting to head towards Missouri now. Looks like Brandon and Vince are still on one storm over here, just on the Iowa-Nebraska line here. I'll go ahead and take a look at that too while I'm at it. But from what I've seen so far, that storm doesn't look very impressive on radar. It still has a decent little shape to it. Are we gonna see? The question I have now is: are we gonna see a new tornado watch get issued here? Will they extend this tornado watch to the east? I would say the parameters are still set in place for that to happen, for a few tornadoes to happen over here towards Iowa. Up to 14 people. Anyone that's joining in for the first time today, we've been watching really what I would say is the second half of a severe weather outbreak and tornado outbreak across the northern plains, heading into the Midwest here. We've seen a couple of tornadoes, even a violent rain wrap tornado that almost went through a town here. Thankfully, it ended up. No, it's not invisible. It's just for whatever reason I clicked on the radar site in Omaha and it just wasn't working for a second there. It's good now. I fixed it. It was just trying to be difficult. Wow, look at the history of this little line here, this little small scale MCS. Look at all the tornado reports with it. That's crazy. This whole complex was originally just a handful of storms. And at one point, I think this might have been one of the storms that was heading towards Lyon and Oakland, Nebraska here. Okay. Now that we got the radar fixed, I can go back to what I was saying. But anyone just joining in for the first time today, we've been covering really the second half of a severe weather and tornado outbreak. I missed the first half because I was at work and I got held up by that. Going through Atlanta traffic is lovely. I'll say that much. But that being said here, we're covering the second half. We've seen a couple of significant tornadoes here. We have the potential for a few more possible tonight. So we're going to be here for a while. This wasn't a very well-covered outbreak, or there wasn't a lot of media hype behind this, of course. So make sure that we're hitting that like button and sharing this video or sharing this stream to as many people as possible tonight, because there's probably a lot of people that weren't expecting a tornado outbreak, and there still aren't. So let's make sure we're doing our part to help out. Also, if you're new to the channel here for the first time, we do streams like this pretty often wherever I can, depending on my work schedule. We have a nice little team that's developed here. Down the line, we're trying to upgrade the channel, so subs are very important right now. Also, make sure that you get that bell on if you do. Also, I know you see the donation bar down here. That's not required, but if you do have it in you, feel free to do so. If you want to do so and you don't know how, one of my admin here, Contingents, he'll give you a little guidance there. So just hit the exclamation point and say support, and we should be able to get you squared away with that. That being said, right now we're looking at a few storms still with tornado warnings over here towards Nebraska, and also between Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa. Now we're gonna start to see more of activity heading into Iowa and parts of Missouri over the course of the next couple hours here. Then we'll also start to see more severe thunderstorms developing across parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Probably the threat with those being very large hail. So we'll eventually start to shift towards that. So if anyone that's curious about Texas, we are watching that as well. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in Texas, by the way, right now that actually has a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. This is towards Maverick, Zavala, Dimmitt, Kenny, and Uvalde counties. Oh, wait, I think I changed that one. Maybe it's exclamation donate. Yeah, try exclamation point donate. It should work. Yep, I changed it and I forgot. I think I added like 3 commands within this last week too, so it's been kind of chaotic. I'm still getting used to all the changes. Storm over here doesn't look that impressive. I'm really waiting to see what Brad is going to do here. Yeah, just do commands as a whole right now. I need to do like a screenshot and send it to all the admin on Discord. Yeah, those are all the commands right there being shown to you by Contingents here. Thanks, Contingents. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm starting to see a new storm over here that looks like it's trying to get its act together. Or maybe this is going to end up undercutting this current tornado warning here. All right, we're going to switch back to this radar site up here. I think all the action is going to be a little bit further to the south now. Storm does look like it's starting to form a little bit more of a hook here just to the south and west of Horton here. Let's go ahead and check the velocities with this. That's actually a new command that I need to do zoomers dab unironically? Wait. I know nothing about that. So asking the wrong guy, man. You were asking the wrong guy. Uh-oh. Starting to see some increasing rotation with this storm over here now. Not super impressive on velocity just yet, but it is starting to develop now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Take a look at the last couple of scans here. See what kind of trend we're dealing with here. Actually looks like it could be weakening. That would be very nice if that were the case. All right. So that's what we have going here with this storm. If any of you guys missed it earlier, I was looking at a meso discussion, and we were talking about this particular area here starting to increase in storm activity over the next couple of hours. Yeah. I mean, Kansas radars surprisingly haven't been that good in the last few streams. Hey, Wyatt, welcome back, man. We got up to about 14 viewers for a second, by the way. That was pretty cool. Why are you asking that, Contingents? Why are you asking that on stream? Okay. Wyatt may not even know what that means, so might want to just ask that question on Discord, if at all. I would really recommend not. Just saying. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, good. I don't even think Wyatt really messes with too many of those. Yeah, I feel you, Wyatt. At one point, I used to vape, but I never even got anything close to that. I didn't even have nicotine when I vaped. It was just more of a stress reliever. It was just kind of relaxing to have those smells, those aromas. But even then, that's a pretty expensive thing to do, vaping. So I just stopped after a while. Because to take care of those kits, it's not cheap. Not at all. Oh, dabbing. Oh. He could be talking about another type of dabbing. Or maybe that's something else. Maybe it's something I'm thinking about. A little too grown up right now. That's my fault. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is not on the same wavelength. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Oh, that dab. Oh, no. I know what you mean now. I know what you mean. Like I said, I've been grown up for too long, man. Once you get past 18, everything changes meaning. You can blame my buddy Jake for that, even though he probably isn't going to watch this stream. Daggone it, Jake. It's all your fault. In fact, you know what? Could one of you guys clip this so I can send it to him just to kind of rag on him? I haven't gotten a chance to speak to him in a while. He lives on the other side of town now, so I haven't really had a chance to catch up with him, sadly. Oh, hush. Honestly. Honestly, this was awkward for me. Some things are better left unsaid, Wyatt. I'm just going to put it that way. Don't listen to me all the time. Yeah, it's just better to not find out right now. Enjoy being young. Enjoy being young. So nobody on these storms that we can watch from right now. Okay, we'll behave. I think we're both kind of misbehaving a little bit. True. Very true. If Wyatt wants during the summer, we can give him pop quizzes on how to read those soundings. Even though I'm pretty sure he's already figuring them out from just how often we post those. Speaking of which, I didn't post any soundings for this setup today, man. I didn't even have a chance to. I'm actually really disappointed in myself for that. Or dropping on the tornado warnings, by the way. You know those SKU-T charts that we've been putting up on the Discord server? That me, Contingents, and Wyatt are no, you're fine, Wyatt. You're fine. But you know those little charts that yeah. Those are soundings. Those are soundings. Yeah. Those, if you're going to be chasing, those are going to be one of the lifelines that you have before you even go out and do a chase. Next to looking at the weather models, the soundings are like one of the more crucial things that you would be looking at. But yeah, I'm really mad at myself for not putting any of those up today. I didn't even get a chance at all. We're down to 3 tornado warnings right now. If it slows down a little bit more, then we'll definitely be shifting our attention more so towards Texas. We'll probably look at that for a while. Also, yep. It's a great way to get good indicators on hail, tornadoes. All right. I don't expect much to happen other than some huge hail. But for right now, I think you're not going to miss too much else. These storms don't really look too impressive. So we'll probably start to shift our attention more so towards Texas in just a little bit here. There's still a decent little inflow area right here, but I'm not too sure if this is going to end up producing anything anytime soon. It's trying, but it's starting to fall off just a little bit. It's becoming a lot more broad. In fact, there might even be a slight indicator that we might see some outflow dominance beginning to take shape. Anyone that doesn't know, outflow dominance is usually a killer for any storm that's trying to produce a tornado, because what will end up happening, that rain-cooled air will undercut the updraft of the storm, where you need that warm air flowing in. And after that, usually it's hard for that storm to come back around and produce anything of a tornadic variety. Not saying that it can't happen, but the likelihood is pretty low. Those winds going away from the radar, in this case, given the position, that would most likely be inflow. Seeing this green is outflow. If you see a strong surge of this red area even starting to turn yellow, that would be inflow. And if you saw a surge of green heading into blue, as indicated here in the legend, that's outflow. But we're starting to see that green moving a little bit further forward in each scan and a little less red. Starting to see a little bit of gray in there too, which means more broad rotation. You want tighter rotation when it comes to tornadic potential. There is a little bit of surge of inflow here, but it's not as pronounced as we were seeing earlier. So we could very well be seeing a decrease in the tornado threat for right now. Things could still pick back up though, so we have to still be on guard here. Man, earlier was getting pretty crazy. We had a wedge tornado on stream. This is the second, or actually I think this is the third day in a row. Contingents, if you're still on, is this the second or third day in a row that we've been live? I can't even remember at this point. Down to up. There you go. Do you remember either? Because I mean, literally the days are just all kind of blurred together. Or at least they feel like they have. I work, come home, stream, then rinse and repeat. I know it's at least been 2. I think it actually has been 3. Yeah, I think it has been 3 days straight. Tomorrow would make 4 if I was free, but unfortunately, not unfortunately, I have a family event to go to. It's for a happy occasion, of course, but I'm gonna be tied up. So while I love hanging out with family, at the same time, I love storms too. So it's a tough game. It's a tough balancing act. Yeah, it is the third day. Sweet. It's kind of bittersweet doing these grinds. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy them to a point, but I also don't like the potential of what could happen to people if that does end up being the case. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I can't stand that. Waiting to see what's going on with this tornado warning right here. But at this point, we might be seeing a major lull in the action now. So right now, we have still 3 tornado warnings. Now down to 2. We have that Woodbury storm as well. We'll go ahead and take a look at that one, see what's going on with it. Both of these are radar indicated at the moment, so nothing imminently down. This does have a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust reported with it as well. Probably reported by a chaser. Nope, reported by law enforcement. This is towards Sloan, Iowa. Just waiting for the radar to populate here, and we should be able to see what we got here. Still got the little comma head shape, so there is some rotation ongoing there. Yep, that's indeed 3 days. Yeah, that was crazy yesterday. One point we had twin tornadoes on the ground, 2 different mesocyclones. That was crazy. Yep. And tomorrow would be Iowa. Because that's what it looks like on that end. So far, it's still a slight risk from what I saw. There is a chance they might upgrade it, though. There's a little uncertainty with that forecast, kind of like how it was today. I'm thinking if it does get upgraded, it's going to be kind of a last-minute type of deal. We need to make sure that we actually look at this setup and get more soundings from it. 'Cause I'm really annoyed with myself on the fact that I wasn't able to really get anything going there. Neither one of these tornado warnings look really impressive. I mean, the comet head near Sergeant Bluff is enough to keep an eye on, but that other storm, I mean, honestly, The chasers call it, we'll probably go ahead and shift down towards Texas and Oklahoma and see what's going on there. Got 18 likes on here. Appreciate you guys, by the way. Any of you that are still watching, thank you very much. Very much appreciated on my end. So right now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this next storm over here. We're going to go towards this radar near Alma. Maybe we'll get a better view from it. Yeah, this thing's just really starting to broaden. Well, no, there's a little area right here that's trying to develop. Yep. Still a slight risk at the moment, I'm sure. I think that would be midday, mid-afternoon, maybe. Oh, speaking of which, I need to get Jordan on here real quick. Oh, wow. Also have NASCAR going on in the background. I'm seeing people wreck each other. It's pretty crazy. Well, not literally in the background, more like I'm just watching it occasionally. If I turn my head off to the left here. This might be trying to recycle here. It was right at the depths for a minute here, but it is trying to reorganize. Oh, yep. It hasn't changed too much since I last looked at it then. I think these storms are starting to get into that more favorable environment here. So we're just kind of in a quiet period, just waiting to see what happens next. So I have a pretty big severe thunderstorm warning with this polygon here as well. So we have to look out for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds with this. Let's start to look. I think I'm going to start looking more towards Texas right now. We still have that severe thunderstorm warning with 70-mile-per-hour winds. I think we're going to actually go ahead and shift to that for now. Just a little bit too quiet over there towards Missouri and those areas, towards Kansas and Missouri right now. We'll give those storms a little bit of time to develop and then jump back on those. Oh, this is right towards the border right here. Oh, yeah, there's some pretty strong winds just off the radar site here. Getting up to about 60 plus miles an hour just outside the radar site. Wow, there's a lot of lightning with that too. And this is towards Spofford. So we could be seeing close to 60, maybe even 70 miles per hour worth of winds here. It's a few hundred feet off the ground, but if that mixes to the surface, it could easily reach that. So those are the most notable warnings I've seen so far. But for right now, here's our 70 mile per hour warning right here. And then here's a 60 mile per hour warning here. I'm sure of that. Come on here. Now this has 70 on it as well. Oh yeah, the Cape around here is about 4,000. Some places even 6,000 joules per kilogram. So there's a lot, and I mean a lot of convective energy here. Pretty much off the charts at this point. Not to mention from the couple of soundings that I did look at this morning, but I didn't save them to... Wait, I think I actually might have saved them. I just didn't put them in chat this morning. I just didn't have a chance to. But from the soundings that I did see, there was a lot of deep Cape with this. So these storms can translate those winds towards the low levels all the way to the surface here. There's good potential for it. And I think that just gave me a good TikTok idea here. So we'll probably do that down the line. Probably tomorrow morning, maybe even. Yep. They're going to be going on for a while. Like I said, the energy around this region is pretty much off the charts here. Just that... Has there been a new meso discussion issued yet for the storms over here towards Austin? Towards Austin, San Marcos, where Max is. Because I know there's a severe thunderstorm watch not far away from where Wyatt is. But I know these guys will probably start to see something going on here soon. Yeah, I thought I saw something pop up right here. This is, yeah, this is over towards Abilene and Weatherford, Stephenville. I thought I saw something pop up just then. Need to get those tornadoes reports from yesterday off of here. Oh, those are weather alerts. We don't want that off. We don't want to remove anything with that. Just excuse me for a second here, guys. Oh, there's a new damage report. Is there something finally down again? Or is there something down again? I should say, not finally. Whoa, what? It's a new tornado warning here, and this is towards Oklahoma, actually. This is northern Oklahoma here. This is towards Ponca City. Tornado warning in Texas now, too? Wow. Talk about a change of events right here. Business is starting to pick up over here a little further south. It's been a day of unexpected weather, that's for sure. Yes, it is sunset, baby. So that low-level jet could be kicking in over here too, even though it wasn't that impressive. over towards this region. But you can always find a little bit of magic. The only one I see is over towards Oklahoma right here. This is towards Kane and Noble counties, by the way. Expires in 18 minutes. Observed tornado, actually. What? This is an observed tornado on the ground. Moving at 5 miles an hour. That thing's practically just sitting there. I would think I already had switched to it. It's just taking its sweet time. Yeah, it's just taking its sweet time. Won't let me type anything in if I tried. I guess we're going to have to leave things as they are for right now. Ah, jeez. Come on now. Don't do this to me, Radar Omega. Come on, work with me here. Yeah, we're okay. So now the radar should be popping up? Maybe? Yeah, looks like we're having a new issue with Radar Omega. I might have to close and then reopen it. I don't know why we're having this problem over here. And it tends to happen mostly towards Oklahoma whenever I do have it. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. Looks like it could be working. Nope. Popped up for a second and then it just went away. That is so strange. Okay, there we go. Also has a tag for most likely golf ball size hail here too. During its early phases here, yep, golf ball size hail. Not the most amazing structure, but it's there nonetheless. There is a very small little appendage right here. Maybe a tiny donut hole, which would be a weak ecoregion, which would be concerning enough for a tornado. Yeah, the radar isn't going to show us a whole lot here. Let's go ahead and shift over to another one. Maybe we can get a better look. All right, let's see. Oh, there's the tornado one that you're talking about, contingents. Let's hope that this works. Let's hope that this works. It's moving north. It's moving north. That's interesting. That's interesting, too. It has been that kind of day today, folks. For those of us still watching, that is. We're dropping off to about 4 people now. Yeah, the cape around this area has been incredible. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that! Look at that velocity here. Just from a distance, it has the look of a good TVS. Oh yeah, could very well be a small tornado right here. Very photogenic though, most likely. That looks really impressive. Yeah, I mean, the cape over there has been nuts, though. It's going to be nuts, but just peeping the motion here, that's pretty interesting. It's got a slightly northwestward component. At least this is moving at 20 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, I do see it. Just to the west of Asherton. So we could literally have two mesocyclones here. Two different tornadoes almost moving in a line together. What a day. Just what a day. That's incredible. Truly it is. All right, so we got those radar indicated storms, and then we had one tornado warning here that for seconds had observed on it over towards Kane and Noble counties in Oklahoma, but I think that has since dissipated. I actually want to take a look at these a little bit longer. I think we're going to stick with these just for a bit, and then we're probably going to switch over to K, because we could very well get two tornadoes on the ground. Unfortunately, we can't see what's going on under there. I don't expect too many people to be chasing around this area, considering a lot of the action was going to be a lot further north. Oh my gosh, I see it. I actually see it. What in the world? I have what is today, man? Like honestly, what is today? You can count them. 1, 2, 3 different points of rotation trying to start. That's so cute. It's unbelievable. It's like there's Mama Duck right here. And there's Big Brother and there's Little Brother right here. All coming from this one MCS. It's just wild. You can't make this kind of stuff up, can you? Yep, 3 different supercells too, nonetheless. Talk about a little twist right there. Oh wow, what a twist. That was not meant to be punny, but it was very much punny. If you want a dislike for that one, go ahead. I did not intend for that to happen. I'm honest. I'm being dead honest. But literally 3 different points, 3 different supercells, 3 different points of rotation developing between all of them as they're going in a straight line to the north here. It's unbelievable. In fact, I need to go ahead and screenshot this because this is just crazy to watch. This day has just been kind of crazy. All right, screenshotted that, and then I actually think I'm going to switch over to reflectivity and screenshot that because that's really freaking cool to see that. And then a good thing about this is it's mostly is going to be over rural areas too. See, look, so far no towns over here. I would love to be near this storm so I could actually get a view of it. Still probably have some sirens going off near Carrizo Springs, but it doesn't seem like anything is going to be heading over towards that way imminently, thankfully. Give me a second here. I got to adjust something really quickly. Well, Mia, what we're looking at here is there haven't really been any more tornadoes that we've seen on stream, but we are looking at a train of supercells here, and we're watching all of them rotate, start to rotate one at a time, almost in a line here. This is in rural areas too. That's the best part about this, but it's kind of interesting to see here. It's the first rotation, second one, third one, all in a line moving north. This one's really starting to get its act together though, over here just to the west of Carrizo Springs. Yeah, it's literally a whole couplet train. I actually kind of want to look at gate to gate on that. Really good inflow. About 60 going towards the radar. Almost 90 mile per hour gate to gate here. About 80, 85 mile per hour, I would say. Close to it. It's pretty impressive to see here. And this formed in a severe thunderstorm watch, not a tornado watch here, folks. And then here's that second rotation. That other rotation's starting to look a little less impressive now, though. It could get ingested by this point, this meso right here, though. Some pretty cool stuff going on here. Definitely a lot of meteorological stuff here. You gotta love it. I'm glad we took a look at Texas here, because things right now over towards Missouri, Kansas right now is looking a little bit on the slower side. Still have a handful of tornado warnings going on there, though, too. All right, so we have a new tornado warning here for Woodbury and Plymouth counties in Iowa now. And now we're down to three. We're down to 3 tornado warnings. Yep. We'll see which one wins this one out. I think the first one is most likely going to be the one that holds out on this one. That's my guess. It just seems like it's so much better developed, and it's more likely to thrive, I feel like. That's just my personal opinion. Then that southern one is still holding pretty strong. Let's hope it stays out of town. Has some pretty good damaging winds with that too, though. We're right around 60 miles per hour with it, so probably is going to prompt a severe thunderstorm warning in just a little bit here. This is what you call a Cape tornado right here. The couplet's going to start to downtrend, it looks like, in the next little bit here. These are going to be very short-lived storms over here. Short-lived areas of rotation. They still could be pretty intense, though. I had a really good scan at one point. I don't think this had anything down. If it does still, maybe that. Well, actually, the scan doesn't look horrible. It's still there. For 1 second, I couldn't see it. Oh, there's that severe thunderstorm warning that I was calling for. Once you start to see that little blue area like what we're seeing here, usually you can expect a severe thunderstorm warning to be called right behind that. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We see two little points right here. This particular area, and then, of course, there's a tornado warning itself. Could be some strong winds forming out ahead of where the circulation would be, which would be the inflow pushing towards the storm, and then there's still the rear flank downdraft. Yeah, that's believable. I mean, it's pretty far south. Just doesn't seem like it's very heavily developed or very well developed, or at least from the outside looking in. I haven't actually looked at the town itself. Okay, let me get that off the screen here. So it dropped even more so. So less than 10K. Wow. That's a pretty good little. It's still a very good couplet right there. I'm actually going to scan that again. Very small point here where we're getting above 100 mile per hour gate to gate here. This could be trying to drop something right now. Unfortunately, because there's no chasers in the area, most likely we aren't going to be able to see this. So actually, this is a little bit past 110 on gate to gate. So it's a pretty impressive couplet right here. Let's go back to reflectivity and take a look at that. See how it's see how it's developing here on reflectivity. There's also another thing to note, and this hasn't been talked about as much today, is the fact that there's actually a level 3 or 4 for flash flooding and excessive rainfall over towards this region. So if you have a flash flood warning or anything higher issued for you guys, make sure that we are taking our proper flood precautions. Get this little magnifying glass off of here and go ahead and put you guys for a loop. Still a good hook with this storm here. We're starting to see that storm starting to be merged in with this one. Let's see if it'll help the storm go on a little bit longer or if it'll just kind of ruin it altogether. With the instability that it has, it wouldn't surprise me if it holds up for a bit longer. So as of right now, I think I might have another hour in me contingents, and then I think I might start to fall asleep in a little bit. I think the crash of adrenaline from work is starting to hit me. We'll see what happens with these other tornado warned storms too. I don't think there's really going to be a whole lot more that's going on here. Based off the meso discussion, I thought there was going to be a little bit more action over towards Illinois and or towards Iowa, excuse me, and haven't really seen too much. Do have that one tornado warning over towards K and Noble I kind of want to look at too. But it didn't look impressive on radar as much as this storm has. This is like a full-on supercell here. Oof. Yeah, because it looks like you're the only one left. It looks like Baconator's tied up today. So probably once you and I will be the last ones to be here, which is fine. I mean, I feel like today was a pretty good stream. Got 18 likes on here. We had up to 14 people. Stream hit in about a 4-hour stream. That's not awful. So, something to be proud of. That, and it's also probably getting close to time for me to eat too. So that storm looks like it's starting to touch on that other one a little bit towards the south. Maybe it's starting to ingest that one. Maybe that's what it'll take to keep it going for just a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and look at velocity now. It's probably going to see some sort of verification with that. Actually, no. It hasn't taken that area in just yet. But it looks like it is trying to rotate over here too. So that's something to keep an eye on. Then this little surge of wind towards the southeastern flank, I would say. Looks like it's trying to produce some damaging winds. Rotation's starting to become broad with this one, though. So I don't know how much longer this tornado warning will last. Let me go back and put this in the loop here. I'm still here with you guys. Might actually step away here and see what food might look like outside. See if there's anything I can grab. Okay, had to stretch for a minute here. Sitting in that. Once you get to about 3 hours of streaming here, sitting in this chair can be a little bit rough on you, especially at my height. I'm pretty tall. So sorry if I had to mute for a moment there. Still watching this tornado warning storm over here. I think I'm actually going to start to look away from it now, though, because it does look like we're starting to see a weakening trend with this. Six of you guys still watching. Appreciate you guys for being here. We're probably not too far out from the end of the stream, though, from the looks of it. Things are starting to look like they're beginning to quiet down as far as the tornado threat's concerned. We're still watching for the damaging wind potential and maybe a hail threat. But we're starting to see a... Uh-oh, wait, we're back up to 5 tornado warnings now. So things might be starting to pick back up here. Let's go ahead and look at some more of these tornado warnings. Oh, you're good, contingents. It's just at one point we were spiking back up to 8. It's like we're back and forth really for right now. Okay, let's go ahead and go with the storm maybe towards Brown County in Kansas. We'll just warp to that storm really quickly. We'll see what we have going there. I think I'm going to... Brad Arnold's actually heading towards it. So we might get to see a little feed here. We might get to see a little bit more action. Pretty broad rotation right now. But I guess since we got Brad coming towards it, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Well, might as well take him full for right now since there's nothing crazy happening at the moment. Sure thing, contingents, no issues. We'll be here for a little longer, at least about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what happens with these storms. Alright, now we finally got him up. But he is having some signal interference, it looks like. Or I am. Alright. Nothing but rain, hail, and really bad visibility right now. We're having trouble keeping the signal up. Yeah, it looks like we're having trouble keeping him. Alright, we might need to actually get his stream off of here. We're slowing down. It's getting really bad on the buffering now, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. Ooh, had that big rig drive right by him. One of the more dangerous things about storm chasing is when you're out in the road in these low visibility conditions with people coming on the opposite side. Collisions actually take the lives of more storm chasers than the storms that they chase. This is a proven fact, unfortunately. It's a risky game that these guys are playing, especially being so far away from home and away from what they know. I think he's doing a core punch right now to get towards the mezzo of this storm too. So he's going to be in this for a good bit here. Guess we'll just watch the core punch for right now. Just checking. I'll be watching the radar omega from my phone here to see if we need to shift back. If we can keep his stream up, of course. It's very dependent on that. Get to the chopper. Yeah, get to the hail core. That's what this is right here. Good to have you back, Kyle. Yeah, we are really struggling to keep his feed up and running, though. What's the current? No tornadoes on the ground at the moment. We're seeing a couple of storms increasing in coverage over towards Kansas, Nebraska. Not Kansas, Nebraska, but more so Kansas, Missouri, Iowa. Still a few tornado warnings there. Some big-time winds going on in Texas, some 70-mile-per-hour winds. We, at one point, had 3 supercells that had just fired off in southern Texas that had a tornado warning on there. And there were rotations one after the other. But other than that, not much really going on. Uh-oh. Brad says he might have something here. So we could be seeing something in a bit. Slight risk tomorrow, slight risk Sunday. Iowa looks like it's going to be the hot spot for tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we're looking at Ohio Valley maybe. There is a 5% area for tornadoes in northwestern Iowa. Nah, I actually have some priors to take care of. It's a family event, gonna be all day, so no way am I don't even think I'm gonna be home that day, so yeah. That one's gonna be where the streak ends. Dang, that would have been... I mean, it would have been cool, but I think Wyatt might try to stream it. I don't think he has a mic, though. If he does have a mic, though, it might have just gotten fixed or something like that. Well, I might pop in on that stream and chat or something like that. Would have been really nice to have been on stream, though, tomorrow. because it also has potential a little bit like today. I don't know about the violent tornado threat like what we were seeing earlier, but it would have been nice to be on there.
Ryan had slowed down. We were in the right freeways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It looks darker.
I think Wyatt just got a Radar Omega on his computer, so that helps.
So you
Oh,
guys can see
oh wow. Working on stream just like I am. I know how that is. Some really low clouds in front of him right now. He's trying to get as much light in there as he can, so that way we can see it.
land on the old house up here. Old church. Old church.
Do see a lowering back here. Could that be a wall cloud?
It really opens up here.
This guy looks ominous. Something about nighttime chasing that just is kind of surreal to me at this point. Yep, I saw that. That was nuts. Apparently he had 200-mile-per-hour winds on that one. I didn't see the drone footage. I only saw the actual intercept. Wait. Yeah, the intercept footage was nuts. Was 2 cars ahead okay? What do you mean? I think I missed what you were talking about. Wait. What is he looking at here? Oh. Oh, you mean was it Brandon and Vince? Yeah, I think everybody was okay. I think that tornado had lifted by that point. Because at one point the scan was really crazy, and then all of a sudden it just started dropping off like a rock. Hang on a second. I need another lightning flash to illuminate that. No, there's no lowering. I thought there was for just a moment. Oh, you're talking about Reed's stream again. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was still on the ground. I didn't see anything about a couple of cars. It was only like 22 seconds, and it happened so fast. I'd have to look at it again. Grace, you said Minnesota will go enhanced. Maybe. I highly doubt it right now. I have to look at the latest models. I haven't even had a chance to do that since I've started the stream. But I'm gonna definitely be looking at that before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, because when I looked at that little clip that you guys had dropped in Discord, I looked at it all the way to the end, but I was also like kind of in work mode, so I guess wasn't able to remember. Oh, bulb funnel. Right in front of us. Right in front of Brad here. Uh-oh, Brad might be seeing a couple of different things going on here. Oh, 4K was uploaded like an hour later. 2-minute video. Will do. Ooh, that is nasty looking right there. What's my opinion on tomorrow? Tomorrow, from what I've seen, and I kind of looked at the lunchtime models vaguely while I was at work, I've been hearing a lot about people saying that tomorrow has good potential kind of like today, but not in the same manner. Like I said, I really have to look at the latest models here. Once we get towards midnight here, probably after the stream's done, I'll probably have a better idea to answer that question. I'll make a forecast video in the morning, Grace. All right, so we're starting to get back up to about 8 people here. We are 3 hours in on the stream of the tornado outbreak that's been going on in the Central Plains here, starting to move off to the northwest a bit. We've seen multiple tornadoes on stream here from different storm chasers. We may be seeing Brad Arnold here chasing a funnel here at night. Definitely not something I would recommend you doing. There is a chance of maybe a few more tornadoes developing over towards Iowa and Missouri and parts of eastern Kansas tonight. Yes, I would cover, but actually tomorrow I wouldn't be able to stream. I have a family event to go to, and I'm going to be tied up the whole day, unfortunately, which really sucks. Because this was before that the slight risk had even been issued for tomorrow. Latest radar. If I do that, I'm probably going to have to lose his stream for a moment here. Probably going to lose him. Yeah, uh-oh. Here we go. Hang on. Yeah, every time I try to go to radar now, it's just going. It starts going bonkers. Come on now. It's weird because it always tends to happen with Brad's feed. Like, I can get him on to here, and I can go full screen, but after that, it just seems to do a weird thing where it won't let me leave. Let me go. Let me go. It's literally holding me hostage. Oh, wow. I might have to actually close out Radar Omega and open it back up just to get my radar back. Okay, wait, there it is. Storm's not looking quite as impressive as it did before on radar. Could be a new tornado warning being issued, maybe? No, there's still a circulation there. Try to let the radar populate again, and there we go. I think they're going to reissue that tornado warning because there's just enough rotation for it to be warranted still. So now the only tornado warning left currently is the one that's over towards Kay and Noble counties. Could you do that, contingents? Because I haven't gotten a chance to see anything since about really 2 o'clock this afternoon. And that's when a lot of the global forecast models have been got finished there. So one tornado warning left. I think I might be able to actually take a look. I mean, the rotation on this is pretty broad. I mean, the tornado possible tag is probably still warranted. It is. But I don't know if this will reissue or not. Let me go ahead and check. So not too much has changed from the 2 o'clock outlook. With the way I've been hearing a few chasers talk on social media, it could change. But we probably won't know until like maybe the '03 update. I don't know. Or maybe 0600 update. The '06Z update, I should say. Excuse me. That that tornado warning over in Oklahoma has been holding out for a while, though. I kind of want to actually see what that looks like too, as well. Okay, noted. I figured was still going to be the hot spot based off what I've seen, because the low level jet was a lot stronger over across that region. Yeah, it's literally right up to the border. I'm looking at it now. I was looking at it on my phone. Looks like Brad's pulling off with a storm now. Now that it's lost the tornado warning, rotation's starting to broaden out. So this storm had a confirmed tornado at one point here. Shoot, yesterday there were storms that were spinning up in Mississippi that had no area. It was just general thunderstorms. In fact, I think Wednesday was another day like that. So, I mean, it's not zero, so it has to be watched. Okay. Still, oh, this has a nice hook on it. This has a really nice hook on it. This storm's been persistent. $19 likes. All right. Appreciate everyone who's come in so far. And we still got a little ways to go before we're done for the night. Yeah, I think the storm threat around southern Minnesota is going to be pretty light. Not to say that nothing can happen, but it's going to be minimal. Yeah, I think it's mostly a thermo based. The thermos are what's kind of limiting that setup. Or that would limit the setup over there towards southern Nebraska. Or, wow, southern Nebraska. Southern Minnesota. Yeah, the timing was just not really there. Not to say that it can't happen. There's the admin team doing their thing, man. Oh, wow. 1 joule? That's crazy. That's crazy low. Oh, 1,000 joules. Okay. Yep. That's also true. Yeah, and I think that low just ultimately ends up staying. I think that low doesn't really seem to do it for that area. I think it ends up just kind of staying a little too far south, maybe. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Dang. Okay, this storm still looks like it's just going crazy here. Yep, you gotta love the bimodal setups though. Man, yesterday was crazy. Just thinking about it. Yeah, Texas seems like they always have enough cape this year. Yeah, about 5,000 joules per kilo worth of cape. Enough. Can only ever be enough over there. I think we'll go back to velocity on this. I think this may start to be weakening just a bit finally. Might shift back over towards maybe looking towards some of the models. I'm pretty sure we're starting to get into that time frame now where we're getting a 48-hour HRRR being finished. If so, yeah, that's also a very good point. Yeah, like it's really been weak over there the last pretty much month. Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me. When this tornado warning expires, I actually want to take a look at the and how much rain's already fallen over there in those areas in southern Texas, because they did have a level 3, some moderate risk over southern Texas. But we're already, yeah, I mean, it starts June 15th, but we're already seeing that trend now. I mean, every once in a while, the low level jet kind of kicks up. But even then, just over the southern plains, with the exception of really yesterday, just the kinematics have been kind of, eh. Maybe it's just me. But those wild setups that I was expecting to see. Oh, nothing in AZ yet. All I know is that it's gonna be getting very hot over there soon. That's all I know. That death. Have you heard about that Death Ridge? Kyle, have you heard of that Death Ridge that's setting up here for the next few days? Oh yeah. Hopefully we've seen a downtrend with that Death Ridge, because that's gonna mean that work next week for me is gonna be awful. I'm not ready to work in 90-degree temperatures this early into the year. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Oops. Like, I want no part of that though. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm about to shift over in just a minute here to Chrome and have a look at the HRRR here, the latest one. Uh-oh. Because I think OOZ might be done in just a little bit here, if it isn't already. Oh, it is done. Nice. Yeah, that's what I was seeing on some earlier trends, but we might be going away from it. Because earlier this week I was really concerned about it, but once all the severe weather started going off, I haven't even had a chance to really look at the new trends. But lately, though, from what I have seen, I think there's still like a couple of hidden chances for severe weather a little bit further out. So we may not get it to fully settle in here. Eventually, I do think an omega block is going to happen. And once that does, it's going to be a blistering summer here. But I'm really hoping somehow that doesn't happen. Because I really would prefer not to even work in 90s. But Georgia sometimes can get into triple digits with that ridiculous humidity. So I'm really hoping somehow this does not end up being the case. Okay, that rotation does not look very impressive at this point anymore. I think I'm actually going to switch over to models here. I mean, yeah, you're right. Only thing is though, when I started looking at the day 4 through 8 outlooks, I was seeing days 6, 7, and 8 with predictability too low. So it just kind of has me asking questions with that. Of course, I'm not going to really know until I look at something like the GFS of the Euro, a global model, before I can really say exactly what's going on. But literally, I've been having to focus on the short term. There's quite a few tornado possible tags over here with these Texas severe thunderstorm warnings here with this MCS towards southern Texas. True. Well, all right. I guess we can go ahead and take a look at the models here for now. So I'm going to switch screens real quick. Okay. Shut up, contingents. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe I do. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Maybe you are always talking to me. Maybe you don't know who you're talking to. I'm just kidding. I'm being silly. Or am I? Who, me? Or contingents? Yeah, maybe we should just add each other. I don't know. All I know is I'm a little drowsy. So I'm a little off. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm a little off kilter right now. Mm. Yeah, we're just kind of going all over the place, I think. Should I just end the stream, maybe? I don't want nothing crazy going on because no one's understanding each other, or I'm not understanding people. Looking at things on 500 is not really doing it for me. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but let's chill out, both of you. I'm not picking sides here. Just both of you chill out, okay? Everybody's had a long day. Get it? All right, then. I think we'll call it a night, though. I mean, there's nothing else to really cover at this point. Well, let me check and make sure. There's only one tornado warning, and it's the same storm that has been dropping in intensity here. So I think we're just going to call it a night here, guys. I guess I'll see you on the next one, whenever that one will be. Maybe Sunday? I don't know. But until then, you guys have a good night. Thanks to everyone who watched. Make sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll probably have a video up in the morning. This has been Tyler Metalhead Weatherman. You guys take care. Have a good night. I'll see you soon.